You love planning trips, you like knowing where you'll be going and what you'll be seeing. But sometimes you have to be spontaneous and just go. I'll tell you exactly why you don't want to miss out on an exceptional experience just because it's on short notice. If you're anything like me, you want your actions to be organized, whether it's work, routine, or travel. So when talking about trips, you're the person in the group who instantly starts researching stays, flights, the coolest places to see, or maybe even restaurants you could visit. And let me tell you, you're probably the most valuable person in that friend group, because you're the one willing to put in the work and the time to make everything perfect. But then something hits you. A friend of yours asks you if you're down for a trip this weekend, and instantly your rationality sets in. No, it's way too spontaneous. Where are we gonna sleep? When are we gonna come back? No, I've got work on Monday. But let me tell you, if you decline this offer, you're making a huge mistake. Because these unplanned, spontaneous trips on the weekends are gonna be the most memorable out of all your travels. Those will be the ones that you'll talk about the most because of firstly how stupid it was, but also how it still turned out to be a good trip. Or even if everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, there's something to laugh about. I mean, partly that's what makes these kind of trips more special and memorable. The struggle to find a room, parking, and feeling tired and lost. I mean, isn't that what makes the story way more interesting? Think about it, what's the coolest story? The perfectly planned and well-organized 5-day trip where you just visit one side after the other, or the messy weekend with your friends where you left on one day's notice and had to walk around for ages until you even found an accommodation. One of you falling asleep on a park bench while the others watch the sunrise, or having to sit on the open beach because you didn't get a parcel. I mean, those are the stories that people are gonna listen to and say, there's no way you actually did that. Sometimes you just have to be a little bit crazy and unreasonable, otherwise life is boring. You can't always just go with the norm and take the easy way out and the safe way all the time. No, go on that road trip, visit that city a couple hours away from you. And not only will these things make you a legend within your circle, they'll also create memories that you'll remember forever. I can tell an example I experienced with a good friend of mine. So we were just driving around the city on a Saturday evening when my friend out of the blue said, more as a joke than a proposal, that if we wanted to, we could be at the beach by morning. And honestly, I felt so intrigued by that thought that by Sunday, 6 a.m. in the morning, we were standing at the beach in Italy watching the sunrise. And let me tell you, that trip was anything but smooth and organized. We had to ask, I think, 6 different hotels until we found a small rundown mobile home in a campsite. Obviously, both of us were extremely tired because we had to drive through the night, and my friend even had to go back to work on Monday morning. But still, it's a really fun and exciting memory that I have that I wouldn't want to have missed out on. Now, obviously, you don't have to go to that extreme either, where you only have basically one day to explore the city half alive. But I just wanted to show you that you should accept unplanned trips. And even if the destination turns out being somewhat disappointing and not what you expected, you can still turn it into a great trip. I experienced just that last year on a trip with 2 of my friends, where our destination turned out to be a little underwhelming, and we still managed to turn it into a trip that is, for all of us, pretty much the most memorable and exciting trip we've all ever had. I've recently made a video on just that topic, so if that's a common objection of yours, that you don't really know if the destination is going to be cool enough, and if it has enough to offer, then feel free to watch that video after this one. And if your objection is that you don't have the money to do it, ask yourself this. Do you go out clubbing on the weekends with your friends? Because if you do, you can probably afford a weekend trip with them instead. For more information on that, you can watch this video of mine. So don't be afraid to fill your lives with a little more thrill. Be spontaneous, make stupid decisions, learn from them, and tell stories about them. When you're older, telling your kids and grandkids about the crazy stuff you did in your youth, it'll all be worth it. And if you need some help in achieving that, whether it's by spending less on your trips or providing all the information and motivation you need, feel free to subscribe to the channel and join the movement. If you found this video helpful, please like and see you in the next one.